guys, so today in this video I wanted to do kind of like maybe a series. I don't know, it depends on how this goes, but I kind of wanted to do something like writing tips because I get so many of the same questions all the time to do with writing, and I thought, well, if I have like a video, it would just be easier to refer to. The first tip is probably going to be something that I don't suggest doing if you're just beginning writing, because it takes a lot of practice, and that is learning how to write more than one book at a time. So I actually get this question quite a lot because, for all of you who don't know, I write around 3 books at the same time. I write one day, then the next, and then the next, and then I start the cycle over again. So almost every day I'm kind of spending time on each different book, and some days I write 2 chapters from different books in one day, or I've even done 3 before. That takes a lot of time, so I don't suggest doing that. Just because I've published books does not mean I'm like anywhere near someone who you should always take the advice of. I do feel as though I have some good advice. I've been writing for like 5, nearly 6 years. If you guys have any specific topics that you want me to talk about, or any kind of tips or anything like that to do with writing, then leave in the comment section and I'll make a video about it. Oh gosh, I just hit my fingers on my dresser. Ouch, that hurt. So if you're ever deciding to write more than one book at a time, the biggest thing I can say is plan your chapter out before you get into it. Even just plan the book out. Of course, if you're like me and you plan a bit out and then you kind of just go from there and like see where it heads, or you can do that too, but just plan things out, because you're gonna get stuck with major writer's block and it's gonna suck and you're gonna mess things up and it's just not gonna be good. So please get a book and plan things out. You will not regret it. I'm not joking at all. It will be like, it'll be good. And also I suggest maybe having more than one book and putting each different story idea into one book so that you don't mix them all together. I do that personally. This is how many books I keep for writing. This is the amount of books that I keep. Holy heck, they're heavy. Each book has a different plot or like book based around it. These are really heavy, holy heck. My Write on the Go one, my Write on the Shower one, my accountancy book, forget about that. But these, holy heck, this is how serious I take my planning, and I am passing the trophy, what's the word for passing? I'm passing the torch on to you guys with this one. Please, please, please plan your books. I can't stress that enough. That was not going to end well. Anyways, for me, writing more than one book at a time hasn't been something that I just jumped into straight away. I actually worked on it for a while. Before I got into it, I made sure I was actually kind of capable of actually completing a book, because if you get into writing like 4 books at a time and then like you can't complete them, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a hard time being able to actually fully complete all of them. I always, like, to me it has become my biggest thing that I get really angry at myself when I can't complete a book. So I just push myself to the limit and I just pull ideas out of nowhere and I write with them, because I can't not finish a book. Holy heck, I told you it was gonna be annoying. Can I not tighten it? Oh yes I can. I thought I couldn't tighten anymore. I was like, what? Tighten. Oh, maybe I can't. This is as tight as it goes. Wait, no, I'm so confused. It's a new bra. In my defense, it's a new bra and it just hasn't been adjusted completely to me yet. When you get into a book, maybe start with writing 2 books at a time and kind of alternating your time on both of them and seeing where that leads you, because I wouldn't suggest jumping into like 8 different books at a time. That would not go well. I mean, the most common mistake you can make is obviously switching character names up, plot names up, and it's easy to make like big mistakes like that. So I would 110% suggest being really careful of what you do in that regard and planning. I have a wall of characters up on my wall. I'm working on it at the moment, and basically it's to show the character connection so I don't stuff up. So maybe that's something that could help you guys. I'm going to show you actually. Come for a look. Here it is. I don't think you can see anything because there's probably spoilers on there. But I kind of connect each character And that's about it. For me, when I got into writing more than one book at a time, I found that it was actually very easy. The reason being is because when I was a child, I used to read books in the most, like, I was a weirdo, let's be real. Basically, I'd go to the library. This is before I had bought books. I would get literally a stack of books like this tall, and I would pick one from the top. I'd read a chapter, put it down, get another one, read a chapter, put it down, read it, blah blah blah, and then I'd skip right back to the start and do it all over again. And I think that's where the ability to process completely different storylines from different places came in, and that's why I am fairly alright at writing more than one book at a time. So I don't know if I can say it's easy because that's the reason, or if it's just taken a lot of adaptation on my part. I don't know. But it's like when you first get into writing and you struggle to complete a book and you're like, I'm not meant to be a writer. Just keep going and just practice, because honestly I couldn't finish a book when I first started writing, so it's literally not that big of a deal. Just keep going and you will succeed. Am I feeding my fish today? So if you have been writing for a while, you can complete a novel and you want to really start writing more than one book at a time, you really need to trial and error and see where you can go with it. For me, I force myself to write every single day, and I've gotten to the point where I can achieve that. But otherwise, make sure that you do put more effort into whatever book that you enjoy first, and then skip between them, and just try to take it easily and not take it too seriously, because the moment you take it too seriously is the moment it's going to be really difficult for you guys to achieve it. And of course, by no means am I saying that what works for me will work for you. Some people fly by the seat of their pants and can achieve something by not even having to plan things out. And if you can write 3 books at a time and not get character names messed up and not plan anything out, then who are you? For me, I find it quite hard to explain something like this to people, because it's not necessarily very easy, and it takes a few years maybe even, or just a few months to really get a catch of. If you're like me and you used to read books like me, then what? Because I was a freak. If you used to read your books like me, then that'd be really interesting to know, because I always thought that I was just such a freak, reading 8 different books at a time, chapter by chapter. I was a weirdo. But it worked. Another way to be able to achieve writing more than one book at a time is to really be able to get in the zone while you're writing. I know that probably sounds a bit weird, but just, oh no, it's raining. I really hope you can't hear that. It's not like we have tin roofs or anything. I like the sound of rain, so it's okay. By getting in the zone, I mean really being able to immerse yourself in the plot that you're writing that book for. For me, it's easy because I'm writing around the same fantasy land, and even though it's different characters and different plot, it is still the same setting. So if you guys are writing different setting, then really just before you start writing it, really just think everything through that you have written before, just to get yourself in the moment. But yeah, so that's just, to me, one of the easiest ways to achieve it. Just really get in the zone with the characters and understand what you're about to write, and that way it'll come to you easier and you won't be distracted by other characters that you're working on at the same time. And eventually, trust me, it gets easy as it's second nature. Of course, I still stuff up. There's still character names mismatching in here and there, but after a while, it really does get easy. So just know your limits. I'd say complete a book first before you go on writing more than one book. If you can't finish a book, you're not gonna be able to finish 2. You just gotta think things through. Oh, whoa! I hope you saw that. It was lightning. Wait, is it gonna be thunder? There has to be thunder after lightning. Oh, it's coming. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Whoa, that was cool. I'm sorry, I love thunderstorms. I'm like a freak for thunderstorms. I hope these tips made sense to you guys, so it is easier for you guys to maybe write a book at the same time as another. Let me guys know. What? I don't get why I can't speak today. I hope these tips really did help you guys. Let me know what you guys experience with this. I'd be interested to hear, and if you guys have any more tips that you would like to know, let me know in the comments down below, or personally message me through Wattpad or whatever. Even Snapchat, I always get back to people on Snapchat. And I'll talk to you guys in another video.